What is the motivation for the paint? Yeah, I know you know C-Rex and then like the T-Rex, anything like that. But what is the motivation to choose those colors?
So the colors are technically based off of being like reptile like. So when I started coming to this version of C-Rex, at first I didn't wear contacts. I didn't have trains. And then I started slowly off of advice of others. I started wearing contacts. I'm like, okay, well let me get contacts. And then I started trying out different types of contacts. And then I was in Canada. Um, I was in Canada and I was there with Congo. And I was like, man, I need something to like stand apart. I'm like, I need something to like push me to like the next thing. And he was like, have you ever thought about face painting? And I'm like, I thought about it, but I wouldn't know what to do. And so he was like, try painting your face. So literally in Canada, I looked up how to do like scales. I'm like, how would I do scales on my face? And I shot the idea off on DJ. Anytime I have an idea about anything, I always go to DJ first. And I'm like, what you think? And then he's like, if you can do it, like if that's what you want to do, do it. So I did it, and I borrowed some of Congo's paint, and I did it, and I used some stockings to get the design. And like when I went out there, I saw the reaction. I was like, okay, I'm working with something. So then I switched the color, and then I'm like, okay, so now when I do it, I have the scales to change depending on my emotions and stuff like that. So like every time you see me, if you notice that the design is completely different. Um, Trying to keep it, keep it up or whatever. I'm trying to get to like maybe one day doing a whole face, but like right now, the half a face kind of mix in well with where I'm at right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that whole face will be a whole different character. You know what I'm saying? There you go. If you need to go ahead and switch it just a little bit, just go ahead and paint your whole face. Yeah. So you got to be a makeup artist and a painter and all that stuff.
And the
That's
gear design.
awesome, though.
She designs her own gear too.
Oh, you design your own gear. So how did you come up with the idea for your gear?
So it was um it was bad luck actually. So um the gear I had at first, a lady named Gear Gal did my gear, and my gear got stolen. My gear passport, everything got stolen out my car. And like I was scrounging around trying to find new gear, and I found a lady locally in Memphis that was working on gear for the Young Rock. And I explained to her what was going on and everything. And my bodysuit, I was like, I want a bodysuit, and I'm like, and I want it to look like this, and I'm like, and this, but she was so creative. She like, what if we add this to it? And what if we add this? And I'm like, that'd be so bad. And then like literally it was like, okay, bouncing ideas off each other. And then finally it came together, and like literally like Sore Mania was like 7 days away. And I was like, I need this by Friday. And she was like, I see. And like literally she had it done Wednesday. I went, picked it up, tried it on. I'm like, okay. And like I went to Dallas and pulled it out of my bag and put it on. And I was like, okay, it's a hit. And I went through the curtain and everybody was like, that's bad. I was like, okay. I'm like, we working on something now. So the gear that I have, it starts with my bodysuit is the original gear. And like if you pay attention, even the chains are different. So it's like it's a metamorphosis. So first set of gear, I'm in chains, and then it gets to a set of gear where I done broke out of chains, and it's more like brutal. Like it has scars, it has blood and stuff like that. And it's like four different versions of it.